Yeah, I got a good job, I don't want it though. The fly gotta work at 100 flows. Get drunk and shows, I smoke, I'm on the hose. It's dope, you know there ain't nobody coming close. I start a pro, I rap my homie, never know. Cause I ain't set in stone, and set my nose. They know the wall, they climbing over downs. A bonus timing on like I've been on for too long. A little bit too strong, a little bit of cool eye, yeah, another cool rock. Put the drugs out the shoebox, got the tools on the boom back, shit we gon' bomb. Did it back to the old rock, did it for the boost, with a little bit of true rock. Yeah, you know what's on the do rock. Get a ball by this room, hot bump it. Here we gon' bomb, here we gon' rock it. Here we gon' bomb, here we gon' rock it. Here we gon' bomb, here we gon' rock it. Here we gon' bomb, here we gon' rock it.
You remember when you see me on the big screen? That's 15, live from the big league, straight gold bars when I sell about a 16. And he standing on my dick even more than they bitch me. Trying to climb in my Wranglers, it's dangerous. The kids so tough, so it's fuck you pay me. I fuck with it, give up with this, so I don't give a fuck what they pay me. Too hot, live from the boom box. You know how to do rock venues, bump like a boombox, true pop. You stay home and jerk off in the tube-top, did you? Blow that gas, not a blunt, bitch. Ask for the plug, give me up, I'ma bump this. One more time for the front row, turn shit up real loud, bitch, you bump it. Here we gon' bomb, here we gon' rock it. Here we gon' bomb, here we gon' rock it. Here we gon' bomb, here we gon' rock it. Here we gon' bomb, here we gon' rock it. You ain't even gonna wanna fuck with this. I'ma be the only one that's gonna bump with this. You can't fuck with us cause you a fucking dick. And 2 12s in the back so the trunk can hit. When I'm bumping my tunes, getting lost in the music. They showed me through last night, shit was too lit. And 2 chicks, so they showed me really cool chicks. And my wife, you want me home, you would think I got 2 dicks. Fuck that, roll up my butt sack and get real high. I don't wonder really why. If I got a deal signed, but I have an ill mind. I'ma keep it independent, fuck it, I'ma keep it running. I don't need a house or a whip just to think I made it. I was trying to keep my kids to have a college payments. Finally finished for hometown time, they waiting, pretending they weren't all behind me hating. Yeah, we gon' bomb, yeah, we gon' gotta hate them. Yeah, we gon' bomb, yeah, we gon' rock it. Yeah, we gon' bomb, yeah, we gon' rock it. Yeah, we gon' bomb, yeah, we gon' gotta hate them.
All right, we got stop that. So you guys didn't know that it was Sunday night fight night, not football night. People getting knocked out. Dude, this Eagles game is a fight. Dude, they got like 7 players injured, and it's still like it started out slow, but it's still a decent game. What is it? 12-17. Atlanta up, only up 5. Philly about to do some damage here. I'm just gonna watch this. Oh, this is a 2-point attempt. Okay. I didn't see. I must have missed a touchdown. Wentz in. He went down. They're giving it to him. His knee may have been down. Did he get in? He was down way before. Eee. No bueno. All right. How's everyone doing tonight? This is going to be the last break of the night, but Spectra, first off the line, should be in tomorrow. We'll try to put something cool together for that. Let's start out with some Origins. I love this stuff. I'm down to my last few boxes of this. Hopefully we can pull some nasty out of it. Hopefully everyone did well. Listen, I did very well in my DraftKings. The only league I did not cash in on my DraftKings is the one I did to try to prove to Max that Ben Roethlisberger is not that dude. Now, his argument is he got injured. Max, I understand he got injured. He sucked before he got injured. And then Mason Rudolph came in and showed him how to play. Now, I like Ben. I like Ben Roethlisberger. I do. But his time is up, I think. I mean, I've said that last year. I think Antonio got frustrated with him. And obviously, Antonio is a nut job. But, I mean, I think Bell kind of saw it a little bit. Sorry, Logan. Sorry about that. I do remember hitting. I just didn't even think about it when I was checking payments. I was in a rush. I think so too, Chris. I think he's chasing that one last playoff run, and that team is not built for playoffs for the next couple of years. He's actually doing more damage than good to that team by staying, but I think it's hard to give up something you've done your whole life, right? Like, that is his life. That is his everything he knows. I think it's hard for football players to do it. It's all they've done. DeMarcus Lawrence. But that AFC North is kind of crazy, right? So, like, the Steelers probably aren't them dudes anymore. And the Browns, we'll find out tomorrow if they've made any changes this week, if they got a little more comfortable. But the Bengals, 2-0, looking like they don't even have A.J. Green, and they have two of the top receivers in the league, and Tyler Boyd and John Ross. Mixon not 100%. There's a Khalil Mack out of 175. Bears pulling off the close one. And then, you know, they got Gio Bernard who can get it done if he needs to. And this is all happening with Andy Dalton at the helm, the Red Rocket. I hope it works out. I like Andy. Andy, ever since he helped get us in the playoffs, and, you know, the Bills fans helped out the Andy Dalton. Yeah, that call was reversed. Wentz was down by like half a yard. All right, here we go. First one up is going to be the Patch. He had a touchdown today. Colts winning me a big wager. Aren't Bengals 2-0? I thought Bengals were 2-0. Did they seriously lose? Why did I think they won last week? And this week. I heard them. Maybe I heard 0-2 and I heard 2-0. Maybe they said 0-2. I was kind of surprised, but they were putting up those numbers, so I just went with it. I got to pull that up now, Chris. Because I was like thinking we had 2-0 and 2-0, and my dad was like, I think they lost today. Oh, they got crushed today. Holy shit. I was Samsonite. I was way off. Dude, but like their receivers they're putting up fantasy numbers, so they are 0-2. So I'm not as worried about that game as I thought I was. I said it in the last break. I was kind of worried. We play Cincinnati in Buffalo next week. Holy cow, they got destroyed. What'd they do last week? Why did I think they won? Oh, they lost they lost 21-20 last week. All right, that wasn't even at the end of the game. I don't know what I was thinking. Thank you, Chris. Man, that's a little less exciting. My parents and sister are going to that game. Oops. My parents and sister are going to that game. It is Cincinnati at Buffalo. I'm a little less worried now. Now we can't lose, though, to an 0-2 team. I feel like it's more pressure playing an 0-2 team. Speaking of the Bengals, there he is, out of 49 for the Cincinnati Bengals, Ryan Finley. I haven't drank anything. Maybe that's what I need. I need a shot to get my mind right. Ryan Finley out of 49 for the Bengals. And that's the thing. You can't even talk about starting a dude like this when look at Dalton's numbers. I mean, Dalton went 33 for 51 last week, 418 yards and 2 touchdowns. This week, Dalton goes 26 for 42, 311 yards, 2 touchdowns, only 1 interception. Listen to their running game, though. Now we have a Bengals card up. Mixon had 11 rushes for 17 yards. Gio had 6 for 6. Dalton had 2 for 2. Last week, the Bengals coming in with their rushing stats were Bernard 7 for 21, Mixon for 10, and Boyd for 3. So 31-34. They have a total of 42, 49, 59 total rushing yards in 2 games. There's a stat for you. 59. There's where your losses are coming. You can't win if you can't run the ball. 59 rushing yards total in 2 games from 6 total rushers, I guess. Nick Bosa for the Niners. The Niners are the ones crushing the Bengals today with 41 points. Are the Niners for real? Are the Niners for real? Let's pull them up real quick. This is a short break, so I figured we talk a little bit more football. Niners, what? 2-0. Taking down the Bucks, Cincinnati, and they have Pitt next week, and then they go into an early bye on and they were both away games for them. Wow. Then they come off the bye week against Cleveland, Rams, Washington, Carolina, Arizona. Dude, they have a very favorable schedule. Wow. The Niners have a very favorable schedule. The Rams are about the only competition they're going to see. I mean, listen to that. Pitt bye, Cleveland, then the Rams, Washington, Carolina, Arizona until they see Seattle. There's no reason they can't be, 7-0 going into that game? Let's do absolute next. What up, Max? Yeah, Todd, I saw your post today and you're like, I told you the Bengals would be lucky to win 4 games. I'm like, what's he talking about? They have 2 wins. Totally misheard that today. That's that. Well, now the Bills can't lose to them because so I said earlier, the Bills, this is the first time. I'm shocked by this stat. Well, not really, but it is kind of surprising. In the Bills' history, they've never went 2-0 to start the season with 2 road games. 2-0 to start the season with 2 road games. They won't beat Cleveland? Are you a Cleveland fan, Todd? Ito Smith with a big run. Aaron Rodgers. Out of 100, DJ Daniel Jones. 0-2 Giants. How long until DJ gets to start? Are you guys mind when I stop and do stats, stuff like that? Because in all seriousness, I'm very curious about what Manning's stats look like. I mean, every time I turn on, I feel like he's doing all right. But today against the Bills, Manning put up 26 for 45, 1 TD, 2 interceptions. So we go back to see what he did last week. Manning put up against Dallas. He was 30 for 44, 306, 1 TD. I don't know, man. I don't think you can do it yet. No, what did he do, Kelly? I don't know if I want to know. They've been like that historically, though, right? Like, they've never been able to kind of put it together. And another one for the day. I can't hit the kaboom on it. But going out to the Washington Redskins, Marcus getting himself a Dwayne Haskins. I mean, we got some rookies ready to play. I don't think Haskins is there yet, but Dwayne Haskins. Out of 149. Shut up. Why? Oh, because of the Vikings. Shut the fuck. He did not. Hold on. I gotta. Shut up. Aaron Rodgers press conference. I'm sorry if you guys are annoyed. Listen, this is what we do on Sunday nights, and we talk football before the games. Dude.
From your eyes, what was the difference between the first quarter plus and the last 3 quarters for the offense?
We scored 21 the first. That's a booth.
Wait, where is he at?
Bunch.
I don't see it. I'll have to watch it later.
Some more opportunities down the field too.
There are usually a lot of guys come and go around here.
When's he do it? Does he do it throughout the interview? Shut up. Here, Kelly sent the picture. Dude, that is funny. I'm not a Rodgers fan, but that kind of trolling is funny to me. They need more of that, kind of side jab stuff. That's funny. Thank you, Kelly, for sending me that. Out of 10, Kevin Byard for the Tennessee Titans going out to T. Shaw. I got to call you T. Shaw now. Can't believe he did that. Yeah, Blaney really does look like Aaron Rodgers. The first time he sent me a picture, I'm like, dude, you look like Aaron Rodgers. Like, yeah, I hear that a lot. And then the other day I forget what it was. I saw a picture of him somewhere. I'm like, how are you going to have Pat stuff on and look like Aaron Rodgers? He really does, too. Michael Thomas, who did nada, at least when I was watching today. Nada. And J.J. Watt. We're going to have some hitless credits to give. Damian Harris for the New England Patriots. New England going out to Rich Brady or Richard Blaney. Mr. Aaron Rodgers doppelganger. The Kid Reporter. And what we got before I do this stupid points card. Debo. I didn't realize they said that Pettis last week only played 2 snaps for the Niners. Did he play more this week? This is Debo, but. And we're going to get this, at least it's 400 and not 150 or 250. So we'll give this out at the end. And then we'll also do 2 $5 hitless credits since we pulled Panini points. But Panini has been throwing more stuff up. If you guys save your points, don't go on there and just splurge on like garbage that they have sitting on there waiting for suckers to come by. This year more than ever, I've seen them randomly drop stuff. A couple weeks ago, Max Carey was able to get a Michael Gallup 1/1 auto. I know, John, I heard that. I had said that. Remember, they were playing him every snap in the preseason, trying to get him, like, in, I don't know what their goal with that was. Lil Jordan Humphrey out of 100. So, yeah, I don't know. I lost my train of thought I was talking about before that. Oh, Panini points. Nick Foles and Dak Prescott. Man, I was so upset Nick Foles went down. I was hoping he'd get a shot. Out of 130, Hawkinson. His cards have really had a boost. How did he do today? Anybody know what his stat line was? I got them right up here. Let me pull that up. I love the Score app. If you guys don't use the Score app, is really cool. Lions winning 13-10 in a close game coming down to the end. Hawkinson had 1 catch for 7 yards on 3 targets. Kenny Golladay, 8, 117 and 1. Carry on getting 2 catches for 47 yards and adding 12 rushes for 41. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Dude. 6 out of 20. John Randall McDaniel going out to the Minnesota Vikings. Who got them Vikings? Minnesota Vikings going to be Dylan. There you go, Dylan. Six out of 20. Yep, 1 catch for 7 yards. Oh, Daniel's over on Facebook like 1 catch, 7 yards. Do you guys like, be honest, man, do you guys like when we do these breaks and we kind of take it, you know, as long as it's not a bulky break, take it slow, take it real slow and talk about the football day? That's my favorite thing about doing these Sunday breaks. Today it was really fun. And actually, you guys helped me before today. That Colts bet I put in, I probably would not have put in had we not sat and talked a little bit about the games last night and this morning. That Colts game was very good to me today. All right, if it ever gets too much, or if we're breaking like a Donruss product, then I won't be stopping too much to look up stats. All right, cool. Always message me if you have any suggestions or if you don't want to say it in chat and you're like, hey, do this better. Be better at this. Out of 75, Andy Dalton. I really do love talking the football stuff. And then tomorrow, guys, I'm going to run a free DraftKings contest. I'll post the link to our other group, our Hit Museum. Actually, someone reached out to me this week and said, maybe don't post so many of the hits on the main page. Well, that's why I did the Hit Museum page. I still want to put some of the bigger bangers on our page, but at the same time, I'm trying more and more to get that Hit Museum page running. Ben Roethlisberger out of 25 going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. That is going to be Corey Tellish. Remember, guys, the gold pack is a part of the break unless it's a non-football card. Here we go. Let's see what we got in here. Andy Dalton auto. 8 out of 10 going to Cincinnati Bengals. There you go, Logan. I don't care what you guys say. That's a boomer. I bought some Andy Dalton rookie autos after he got us into the playoffs. I love me some Andy Dalton. There you go. Got to hit with the. Got to do this for you, Logan. Do they blast that at the games? And out of 75, the second one of the break going to them Niners. We had he had a, patch auto before and a patch auto again going to you, Corey. There you go. Really? Have you hung out with him before, Logan? Or just like know him through that situation? I'd love to know what he's like. My brother got to hang out with Ryan Fitzpatrick a little bit, going like a walk with him for this charity thing. I was super jealous. And patch DJ Daniel Jones, last on the run, 35 out of 35, going to the New York Giants. All right. Is he pretty cool? He seems like he's like a really cool guy every time. He's always smiling every time I see shots of him. That's my kind of person, smiley people. That is so cool. I'm actually really jealous. That's pretty cool. And it's still cool to get his cards and his auto and stuff. That's neat. All right, here we go. Last box until we do that gold pack. I am giving away the 2 $5 hitless credits. Again, I have a couple boxes of the Hobby Spectra left, but tomorrow will be the first off. I hope. I got to check my tracking. I haven't checked it all weekend. I didn't want to know. I was so mad at Panini. They wouldn't even let me pay to get it shipped faster. I'm like, I will give you money. Let me give you money. Man, I bet it's just like, hey, let's go out and play some, like, Thanksgiving is like backyard football, man. I'd want to be like, hey, you want to go out and play all-time quarterback? Calvin Ridley got a touchdown tonight, didn't he? Going to the Atlanta Falcons. It's going to be Marshall out of 60. Spectra is so pretty. Devin Singletary out of 199. I think he left the game early today. Honestly, we watch, we all go to my parents' house and we all do fantasy. We're all into we like watching all the games. But what we do is we watch the Bills game and then every commercial flip it to the red zone. And then if the Bills are kind of in that limbo stage where they might be driving down the field or whatever, we'll watch the red zone. At some point, I miss him not playing. I was kind of following that Colts game a little bit too. I had a hefty wager on it. Out of 199, Sony Michel. There it is. You said big hits. They said he was running hard today. What was his stat line? I mean, again, all in context. They played the Dolphins. Brady tried to be like, I forget what he said. 21 for 85 and a touch. Receiving, he had nothing out of the backfield, which is scary for PPR situations. So maybe the dude to play if you're in non-PPR leagues. Yep, he had actually 85 and a touch. Averaged 4 yards a carry with a long of 12. I had James White and one of my DraftKings that I won. James White ended up with 3 receptions, 19 yards, and a touchdown, and a couple rushing. All right, we have a redemption. Get your guesses in, guys. Here we go. That's what they said, Mike. They said he's looking big and strong. There's that Ridley touchdown, man. That was a nice grab. That Ridley touchdown was a real nice grab. (2019) Spectra. Aspiring patch autographs. Neon blue card 8. Paris. Going out to Scotty. There you go. Well, not the $2 credit going out to Scotty. The Paris auto going to Aaron. There you go, Aaron. $2 credit to Scott. The Paris to Aaron. He had a touchdown today, right? Let's see what his stat line was. Honestly, did not see much of the game. As I said I didn't want to watch it. I just wanted it to end. Really. Let's see. 1 catch, 12 yards, and a touchdown. So Brissett, 17 for 28, 146 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, only 1 INT. Did add on 25 rushing yards. Hilton, 4 catches for 43 yards and a touch. But the thing is, they got the job done against the team who crushed the Browns last week. I know you can't, one is not the other. DK did get his chariot today. Yeah, he did. I told you today was his breaking out day. Oh, that's a nasty sack. Right up the middle. Sendejo. All right, that's the end of pack 1. Pack 2. Yeah, Eric, I was loving your Colts today. They treated me well. All right, hold on. I got to get some thick sleeves. Man, I don't know what this is like so weird. Like, the Bills are 2-0. I don't know what that, honestly, I can't remember. I mean, and they look good. It wasn't like 2 lucky wins. They handled the Giants pretty well today, I thought. Last week was scary, starting out down, but we never come back and win. Like, that's not our thing. So I just don't know how to take all this. How about an Easton Stick out of 99? Gold rookie aura going out to the LA Chargers. T. Shaw, baby. There you go. Yeah, Eric, I talked about that on the last break. He said that he's going to be meeting with media tomorrow. He would talk to media tomorrow, but nothing was scheduled, so they're assuming is announcing his retirement. I mean, he missed 1 or 2 extra points. Out of 99, Antonio Gates, which, dude, did you see what the Colts did? Did you guys see? They were up 2 points at the end of the game. They were on their own, backed up on their own like 20, and they went for it on 4th down. If they miss that, the game is like the guys have a chip shot to win the game for a field goal. And I had so much. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. But ultimately, it sealed the game. So, Antonio Gates out of 99 going to them Chargers. And out of 50, 33 out of 50 for the Denver Broncos. Going out to Marcus Raymond, green 3-color rookie patch out of Noah Fant. I mean, the Colts are like that team in limbo where they're losing like in the middle of the season. They lost Luck right before, Vinatieri in the middle. 3P, yeah. When you know, he's probably like, I can't, you know what? And good for him for saying, I can't do this to my teammate. If you can't be trusted and you don't want to, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, right? You cannot leave on a note where you're missing PATs and losing games as a result. What did they do last week? Indy, what was the result of that last week? They lost 30-24. Not sure how much his play affected that. Winning 19-17 today. They get Atlanta next week, then Oakland and Kansas City. By no means is their schedule a cakewalk. That takes them up to the bye week. So 1-1 meeting with Atlanta, tough team. Oakland, tough D. Kansas City, I mean, come on. And then they have a bye. Coming off the bye, they play Houston, which is a great D. It's going to be a tough year for him. 17 out of 25, Marcus Mariota. This is his make or break year. I don't think they renewed his contract yet, right? He's on his rookie contract. This is it. They always have, I think, the option for next year. They lost in overtime, so. And I'm sure him missing field goals had, to do with. Saquon Barkley, afterburners out of 199 for the New York Giants, going out to Chris Vogt. Saquon came, I was on the tractor mowing when I heard the beginning of the Bills game, and they are announcing that Saquon run. I didn't see it until I saw the highlights, and I'm like, oh, great. He's going to go off for like 220 yards. And out of 199 for the Oakland Raiders, 3-color RPA, Radiant Hunter Renfro for the Oakland Raiders. I was really rooting for them today. I wanted to see Oakland kind of do their thing. You know, getting that win. But I mean, they let 28 points against Kansas City. They let up in Kansas City. You can't be too mad about that as an Oakland fan. Minnesota, that's going to be an interesting game. If Minnesota loses to Oakland, Minnesota fans, what you going to say? Juju out of 30. This is the game. I want to go back and watch Mason Rudolph. I didn't get to see him at all. I'll watch the condensed version of that when it comes out. And Andy Isabella out of 35. Don't forget, guys, at the end here. Yeah, Michael Roque is over on Facebook. And to his point, he says, Colts lost an OT in week 1. If Vinny makes one of those PATs, they win in regulation. Time to hang it up. And you know what? To your point, Mike, I think he knows that. I think he's going to be the one that decides that, no one else, before he loses his job. Another Antonio Gates. Chargers on fire, T. Shaw. I guess we're using that name all the time. Witten with a touchdown today. Speaking of old tight ends like Antonio. Yeah, why do they do that? Why do teams do that? They have something working. They did that like last week. They didn't use Devin Singletary at all in the first half. Put him in the second half. They come back from a 17-point deficit. Like, why? And Brian Burns for the Carolina Panthers. Hopefully this gold pack has some nasty in it. For the Carolina Panthers, Brian Burns. Guys, we have 400 points to give away. We have a gold pack to open as part of the break, and we have 2 $5 hitless credits. It's funny, Todd, because I had you as Todd Shaw and T. Shaw, and my brother's like, why is this? Is this 2 different people? I'm like, no. And it alphabetizes differently. Here we go. It's going to be a Saquon Barkley. And for the Indianapolis Colts, autograph Marvin Harrison. Going out to Aaron. On card, Marvin Harrison, class of 2016. It was not a Zion, but it was a Marvin Harrison on card auto. Going out to Aaron. That's cool, man. Those gold packs are just so nice. You know what, Scott? About the McCoy thing? All morning, I was listening to the different radio podcasts and stuff I listen to. And they were like, oh, McCoy's a great sleeper and a flex spot today in your daily. You know, they weren't all about him, but they're like, you know, he's going to sneaky get some good points. I didn't buy it. I wasn't buying what they were selling. All right, that is a part of the break, so it is going to count as a hit for the Colts. What we're going to do, though, before we do the points is we're going to do a recap. Then we'll do the 2 $5 hitless credits, and then we'll give away the 400 points. So, going out to the LA Chargers, it is going to be Antonio Gates going to Todd. Afterburners, Saquon Barkley going out to the New York Football Giants. Chris Vogt. Marcus Mariota, the Afterburners. This one out of 90 or 25. That's a really cool parallel on there. I still think the 99 is the nicest on those. T. Shaw. You're right, Todd. Antonio getting the rainbow going there for the Chargers. Sony Michel for the New England Patriots. Devin Singletary for the Buffalo Bills going out to Marshall. Daniel Jones for the New York Giants. TJ Hawkinson for the Detroit Lions going out to Alex. Team tandem, Damian Harris, Sony Michelle going to the New England Patriots. And Paris Campbell for the Indianapolis Colts going to Aaron.
And for the Carolina Panthers. Oh, my voice went weird.
Sorry, guys. My voice got all whacked out on that. Hopefully it's fixed. It is. Okay. So weird. All right. Sorry about that. My mic went wacky, as you could probably hear. Brian Burns for the Carolina Panthers going out to Chris Vogt as well. Hunter Renfrow for the Oakland Raiders going out to Jamar. 3-color RPA. Noah Fant for the Denver Broncos going out to Marcus. Paris Campbell redemption. Indy hot tonight, Aaron. Loving him. San Francisco 49ers. Corey Tellish with the black. 11 out of 75. Nick Bosa. Andy Dalton for the Cincinnati Bengals going out to Logan. John Randall and Randall McDaniel going out to the Minnesota Vikings. Pretty spread out. Nick Bosa for the 49ers. And Cincinnati Bengals getting the Ryan Finley out of 49. Indianapolis Colts, Marvin Harrison, Hall of Fame out of a gold pack. And Dwayne Haskins, Washington Redskins going out to Marcus. There we go. Let me get our 2 $5 hitless credits ran, and then I'll give away the 400 points. Man, the morning break was complete, nasty, disgusting fire. This evening we pulled that Kyler Murray out of 10. It was hard to keep up with that one. I mean, we did get some really cool stuff in this, but when you start out super hot, it's always hard to keep that going, man. Here we go. 9. Oops. Oh, it's still a crazy game. You better not lose that ball. Wow, what a play. Dude, that's why he's getting paid. That's a freaking nasty play. He just compared him to Roethlisberger. I mean, it's not the worst compliment. No. Gonna go to the Texans and the Eagles. Houston Texans gonna be Marshall Thomas. Philadelphia Eagles gonna be Jonathan Thomas. You guys are getting a $5 hitless credit. Now everyone eligible for the 400 points. The Babe, Chad, getting the 400 points. Hang on to those guys until something pops up. All right, guys, I'm gonna roll out. Watch the rest of this game. It should be a good ending. Two very comparable teams, in my opinion, but cool style offenses on both sides. So enjoy it. Back tomorrow, hopefully with some first off the line Spectre. All right, y'all have a good night. Peace.